What is going on, you guys? Riley on Gemmy Inflatable Fans 98, and I got a really awesome video for you guys today. What we have for you guys today is the 2007 8-foot tall Gemmy, or one of the many Gemmy Ogres that they made over the years. This one specifically, I know was something I never saw when I was growing up or anything. I used to see, I've seen most of the other Ogres and stuff, you know, from various stores and stuff growing up, but this is one I never saw up until I really started collecting inflatables and stuff. And this one, I mean, it's just an uncommon one. It's probably pretty rare. Something, again, I never see even on eBay or anything. And thankfully, a friend actually sent me a link to an eBay listing, and obviously, you know, went on the eBay listing. This I ended up getting for $73, which I think is a huge steal for one of these things, especially like the most common Ogre, you know, the one with like the brown clothing, and I think it's like a brownish face. It's got some hair on the top. I call that the original Ogre because that's the one I used to see all the time growing up. And most of you guys probably know what I'm talking about. But you know, I always see those things go for like, you know, $150 to $200 on eBay, just those ones. And those ones I feel like are the most common ones that you see. And this being one, again, that's pretty uncommon, rare, whatever you want to call it. I ended up getting a steal on it. So I jumped on it. And of course, you know, with these older ones, you're kind of taking a gamble on them sometimes, unfortunately. But this one, I actually already tested it out. It is in mint condition. I don't think it's ever been used outside. The listing said new, but there is like a tether attached to it. So it must have been used like indoors or maybe on a covered porch or something, but it definitely hadn't been used outside. It inflates great. It stands on its own. That's all that matters to me. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to take it out of the box and we'll inflate it. I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, he's all taken out of the box here. And, you know, first thing I do usually when I take out these older ones is I kind of just feel the fabric. The fabric feels great, like it's still in great condition. The problem with some of these nowadays is really dependent on where people store their inflatables. So that's always a worry too, especially if it's a seller that doesn't exclusively sell decorations and probably doesn't know much about these things. You know, you could be getting something that's been sitting in a hot attic and, you know, down south for, you know, a few years, you know, something that people just haven't, you know, stopped using or something, or maybe forgot about. And then you're kind of screwed because, you know, the fabric gets weak and won't hold air anymore. So most of you guys probably know that, but just wanted to put that out there. Trying to plug this in here. There we go. And fun fact, is something that I learned too, is that these Ogres actually do have like the carousel fans in them. I'm not too, you know, familiar with like the different fan designs. I mean, of course I have tons of inflatables, but the fan designs have never really been something I looked at. But someone was telling me that these things have super powerful fans, as they should. Let me step back here. As well, let me just show you. As they should. For those of you guys that have these Ogres, these things are pretty heavy, these gloves. They're like silicone, or gloves or hands. My Dr. Shivers Ogre has gloves, technically. This one's got hands. But they're not, you know, they're not light. You know, they're not like the inflatable fabric. So they definitely need to have a more powerful fan in them. And then, of course, there's the face. The face is kind of the same. It's like it's a little harder plastic with the face, but that's all right. They're all like that. Actually, I think my Dr. Shivers Ogre, actually, I think most of the other Ogres, kind of like the smaller heads, they're usually like a silicone mold, like the hands, if that makes sense. But yeah, guys, here it is. Something, you know, I love these things. I think they're really unique. And I've always wanted more of these. Unfortunately, my Dr. Shivers Ogre is worn out and doesn't work anymore. So between that one and then the black Ogre you guys have probably seen in my display, those are, you know, really the only two Ogres I had. If you really even want to consider this one an Ogre. I feel like that's just kind of the common term for these things. But yeah, like I said, you know, growing up, I never saw this one in stores. Someone can probably help me where this one was sold at, but I got to imagine this wasn't sold at very many stores, considering how uncommon it is to find one of these. And again, the fact that I found this for a virtual steal is just amazing. He does stand on his own. He's underneath this little part because the cord only goes so far. I got another outlet over there, but I'm gonna have to, we're gonna make do with that one. But also, for those of you that don't know, unfortunately, I don't have batteries in it right now, but there's a little, and actually you probably saw it when I was showing the box earlier, but there's a little, what do you call it? Like little, it's motion activated. There's like a little sensor here. And if you come around back, most of these have them. Some of them actually have the zipper for them, but don't have the box. So basically you're supposed to put batteries in this, for those of you that don't know. I turned it on just to see, but either there's no batteries in it or the batteries have been long dead, I don't know. But you put batteries in it, and if you set off the motion sensor, his eyes are supposed to turn red. Now with some of them, they actually make, you know, they light up, their eyes light up, and they talk and make sound and stuff. And this might be one of those. Again, I should have put batteries in it to test it out for the video, but I didn't. I forgot. But yeah, guys, this is a great design, and they're unique. I like the, you know, I like the realistic mask type thing on the face, you know, rather than just like a printed on face or whatever. And then the hands are also unique. Again, with these things, they're practically all the same design, essentially, just with different colors and a different face most of the time. Like they'll have the same hands, they'll have the mask on the face. Like if you really want to consider my Reaper one that I have out in my display every year, that one's kind of like the same concept, you know, with like the plastic face. It's got like a plastic skeleton face, you know, mask type face, and but it doesn't have like the hands like this has. But yeah, this one's really cool. And by the way, guys, I did make my Halloween display video. I do want to throw this guy out there this year. It's been really, the weather's been really crappy, so that display unfortunately hasn't been running since I finished it. But luckily I created that video, so that'll be coming pretty soon. But I wanted to get this guy, a video of this guy out there for you guys as well. I know I haven't been doing reviews, you know, in forever, but wanted to start getting back into it. So why not start with this guy? So yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Riley on Gemmy Inflatable Fans 98. Like and subscribe.